All right, let's talk about something really interesting. What happens when a company that's famous for its software suddenly decides, hey, let's build the phone that's in your pocket? Today, we're diving into Linkspreed's super ambitious project, WYNIX, and their plan to create the hardware for a whole new kind of internet.
It all boils down to this one really simple but kind of huge idea. In a world where anyone can cook up an app overnight, Linkspreed figured that to really make a mark, to be cooler as they put it, you have to build the entire experience, from the lines of code all the way down to the device you hold in your hand.
So where does that idea lead? Well, it's not just about a new product. We're talking about their grand vision for the next generation of the web itself. A fully integrated internet ecosystem, built from the ground up to work in a totally different way than what we're all used to.
And the ambition here is, well, it's massive. The goal isn't just to make better apps. It's about building a digital world where all our services connect perfectly, where our data is finally freed from those big corporate silos. And it goes even further. This vision is about empowering whole communities to build and run their own social networks, a truly decentralized, user-controlled internet.
Okay, but this brings up a pretty big question, right? If your whole thing is about a decentralized web, about software and communities, why on earth would you get into the incredibly difficult business of building hardware? I mean, why make phones?
And here's the answer, the key to the whole thing. It's like this. You just can't guarantee a truly seamless, perfect experience if your software is running on hardware made by someone else. To really deliver on this vision of a perfectly integrated world, the software and the physical devices have to be designed together, for each other.
And that right there is where WYNIX comes in. This is the part of Linkspreed that's building that hardware, and its first big product completely flips the script on what a phone is even supposed to be. They call it the server-in-your-pocket philosophy.
So to really get what they're doing, let's start with a question that might sound a little crazy at first. Why would a smartphone need 1 terabyte of storage? I mean, that's more than a lot of laptops. What could you possibly do with all that space? Well, the answer is that the W4 phone, it's just not designed to be a regular phone, for scrolling feeds and watching videos. It's defined as a piece of edge technology. It's a tool for creation. It's made to be an active part of the internet, not just a passive window looking into it.
This really gets to the heart of it. The whole idea is that the W4 phone is meant to be your very own personal server, a powerful computer that you control, that you carry with you, and that can do things we've always had to rely on big, distant corporate data centers for.
Just think about what that unlocks for a second. With a server in your pocket, the idea is that you could host your own social network, right from your device. You're not just a user on someone else's platform anymore. You are the platform. I mean, that completely changes the power dynamic of the web. Now, to pull that off, you need some serious muscle. The plan for this device is 16 gigabytes of RAM. That's not phone-level memory, that's server-level power, and it's what you need to handle the heavy lifting of hosting live applications right from your phone.
And that brings us right back to our first question. Why a terabyte of storage? Well, now it makes sense, right? If you're hosting your own data, your own communities, your own little piece of the web, you're going to need the space to do it. Okay, so after hearing about server-grade specs, you're probably thinking this thing costs a fortune, a 4-figure price tag for sure. But this is the kicker. The target price? Under $200. The whole mission is to make this incredibly powerful tech accessible to everyone, not just a few people.
But here's the thing. This whole personal server idea isn't just about one phone. WYNIX is building an entire family of devices, all designed around that same core philosophy of everything working together. So first up, you've got 2 different phones. There's the Gen 1, which they're calling the People's Smart Device. Think of it as the affordable way for everyone to get in on this ecosystem. And then you have the Gen 2, the Enterprise Powerhouse. That one's the whole shebang, the full server-in-your-pocket concept for pros and power users.
But it doesn't even stop with phones. The roadmap they've laid out shows this whole expanding universe of devices, all designed to work together perfectly. A laptop, a smart ring, and yeah, even smart glasses.
And each of these new gadgets takes that core idea and just runs with it. The W4 Book, it's not just a laptop, it's an even more powerful portable server for your life. The smart ring and glasses aren't just accessories. They're meant to be these seamless ways to interact with your own personal ecosystem, giving you notifications and an augmented reality view of the world without a middleman controlling all your data. So when you step back and look at the whole picture, the big software vision,
The server in your pocket phone, this whole family of interconnected devices, you start to see what they're really building. It's all about connecting people on a brand new kind of web.
At the end of the day, what's the goal? It's all about creating a totally seamless user experience. It's about pioneering new ways for all of us to communicate and interact, by making sure the hardware and the software are in perfect sync, working together to create things that just aren't possible when they're built separately.
And that really leaves us with one final big idea to chew on. For decades, we've just been users, right? Consumers on the internet. But the vision behind WYNIX and Linkspreed is asking a huge question. What happens when that flips? What if your devices didn't just use the web? What if they helped to build it?